My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. We are going to be playing as Rabbit. Yip yip, hooray! Is that the sound a rabbit makes? Alright. Cow goes moo, dog goes bark, cat goes meow, snake goes hiss, rabbit goes... what? Cushy cushy? Is it the sound that the hamsters make in Hamtaro? Because if it is, I'm familiar. God, I loved Hamtaro. I watched a whole goddamn... was it a whole season of it? It seems so long ago, but I stayed over at a friend's house once, and they had Cartoon Network, and at the time, I was just fascinated with not sleeping at night. I just stay up all night. So I stayed up all night, and I binge-watched Sakura Cardcaptor Sakura, sorry. And Hamtaro. And to this day, I cannot tell you how many conversations I get in where Hamtaro is somehow relevant, and the other party is like, how the fuck do you know what Hamtaro is? And every single time, I'm proud. I'm really proud to say I'm a huge weeb. That's how I know it is. I've watched an anime once. One of those animated mangas. I'm just trying to say words to piss people off who actually are. I have nothing against weeb. I have nothing against people who really enjoy the anime, and I have nothing against people who don't at all. It's not really a huge point to me. It's not a genre, it's a style, right? That's the point that Captain Christian makes in his video about anime, at the very least, that he points into his video about Toonami. But it's just the different genres in it. Right? Like Shonen. Is Shonen the melodramatic teen boy ones? Because that's the one that I can't stand. Like, half of the episodes of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood that I've watched are really, really cool, and they've got, like, plot beats and story character arcs and shit like that, and I'm like, damn, it's all really cool, and then Alexander Louis Armstrong. Oh, Elrix. Right, like, he comes on screen and I'm like, that's the coolest character of all time, I love him, right? And then Elric, what's his name? Not Alphonse. Shit, the main character. Edward Elric. He cries for like 40 minutes straight in an episode. And the episodes are only 22 minutes long, so it's really impressive that he cries for 40 minutes straight. Cries for 40 minutes straight about, it is my duty to do this, so I'm gonna get our bodies back no matter what. And I'm like, just shut up! Dude! No one is as melodramatic as you. Sometimes they have really subtle character development and plot and arcs, and then sometimes they spend 40 minutes just having one character monologue about how sad he is. That shit drives me fucking wild. I know, like, I'll sit there watching it next to Pig, who adores FMA Brotherhood, and he'll hear me groan, and he'll be like, what's wrong? Character is talking too much about his emotions. Anyhow, I've derailed myself. What was I trying to say? I had some grounding point before I started on this. Anime, and then before it... I think I was talking about, rabbits. Right, this is the rabbit from Link to the Past or something. A lot of people were very quick to tell me that the entire Bullet Past was a very, very overt Legend of Zelda reference. I am sad to say that would be entirely lost on me. I was, yes, of the generation of Legend of Zelda. However, my first console was a PlayStation 1. And I didn't really have many of the handheld consoles. So I was more of a kind of Crash and Abe kind of guy. Those were the icons and mascots of the consoles that I had. So I'm not really familiar with too many of the Zelda story beats. Despite that, I'm really familiar with the Mario story beats, but that's because the Mario story beats in almost every Mario game, I imagine there are exceptions and someone will be very glad to tell me about them. But in the vast majority of Mario games, it's, no, Princess Peach has been captured by Bowser. We've got to go get Princess Peach from Bowser. We got Princess Peach back from Bowser. Yay. Right, like, it follows a very formulaic style. However, The Legend of Zelda, my understanding is, has an incredibly large and detailed ethos and lore. Just for a second, I'll check these. Okay, cool, now we can move on. I understand that it has an incredibly large and complex ethos and lore. I mean, fuck, they released the Hyrule Historia, and I had a look at one of the timelines from it, and it shows where all of the games occur in different timelines in the Legend of Zelda universe. Like, this is what happens if Link succeeds at this point in the past. This is what happens if Link fails at this point in the past. And it's incredibly complex, and it's admirably so. But I feel like those stories, the complexity and the nuance of those stories is going to be lost on people that didn't grow up with the series, or at the very least, people that didn't go back and play through the entire series. I want that, but it's very expensive, and I can't take it. I actually think I take Sponge. I could get a key, sure, but I actually got kind of really fucked in terms of money on this floor. Yeah, I'm gonna take Sponge. Ability to be completely immune to poison and fire, that's actually gonna save me a lot of hits over the course of the run. Anyhow, to get back to my point, I feel like that's lost on the people that didn't go back and play the entire Zelda franchise, or at least a significant portion of the Zelda franchise, and the people who didn't grow up with Zelda. So I didn't really grow up with Zelda, and the only ones I've gone back to play were Wind Waker on a friend's console, and that wasn't even all of Wind Waker, that was just parts of Wind Waker that they couldn't finish. And also Minish Cap. And in Minish Cap, I just like spammed through all the dialogue because it was just something that I wanted to play on my way to work. Right? To be fair, I did play it on a mobile, not a console handheld device. Please don't sue. Please don't sue. No lawsuit or any. What the? Okay, I shouldn't have checked that. That was dumb. I know that. You know that, Ryan. You don't check mimics before you fight the boss, otherwise you're not going to get forced a weapon from the boss. I deserve this to be a weapon right now. I mean, it is a weapon, but it's not a weapon that I want. So I'm actually going to leave it so that I can still force the weapon from the boss on this floor. No! That was a rough one. Alright, Shane Gunner. You hang it up there. I feel like the complexity and nuance is lost on the people that didn't play the entire series. So, I apologize that I didn't immediately recognize it as a Legend of Zelda reference. To be fair, there was one thing that I definitely should have immediately... Are you... You're here as well? There's one thing I definitely should have immediately recognized. And that's the pig boss. His name was Canon. And I looked at it, and I even remarked, huh, that's a weird name. Or something like that. At the very least, I remarked that in my brain, because I was like, that's definitely a reference to something. I just don't know what. Ganon. Obviously. Obviously. I'm just real dumb. To be fair, also in the past, I was looking for a level of, like, Gungeon lore that wasn't really there. They were just, for all intents and purposes, glorified references. Whereas I was expecting, like, backstory for the characters. I mean, there was a little backstory for the characters, but it was, you know, secondary to here's a Legend of Zelda for you. Which is fine. It's just a difference in expectation versus reality. Really glad to have come over to this side. It was a good roll when I did it. Oh, I was wondering why the open doors hadn't... Excuse me, let me rephrase that sentence. I was wondering why the doors hadn't opened. The doors open hadn't. The doors open hadn't. This is the worst Yoda of all time. I just want you to know that I am aware of that. And I'm looking to rectify the situation with my sick Chewbacca. Alright, that wasn't good. I tried. I was like, you know what? If I just give it a lot of gusto and go right into it, it'll work. It'll work. The details will sort themselves out. The details did not. I got some weird frame lag there. Really glad I didn't take damage during it. That would have felt real shit. I've had that happen multiple times in Dragon fights where I've taken damage just because I've had frame lag. I try not to draw an incredible amount of attention to it when it occurs, because it just sounds like an excuse at the time. Although inevitably I do mention it. Because it sucks when it happens. Okay, I'm shit at dodging that attack when I'm standing above the boss, but it's also really easy to dodge the double Uzi attack when you're standing above the boss, so it's kind of, you know, weighing which one you feel you need more help dodging. I mean, thanks for doing this attack, but... Beautiful. I was just about to blank there. I was pretty certain I was going to take damage in the next second. Well, I'm really glad that I didn't pick up the lowercase r, because it would have deprived me of getting the railgun. Well, okay, it could have deprived me of getting the railgun. I can't claim that it would have. It just could have. It had the ability to deprive me of that. Oh my god, of course it's a Legend of Zelda reference. Because of the sword! The sword projects the... I only just realized that. Please, to all of you who were so fervently fans of Legend of Zelda in the comment section back when I originally didn't get the whole point about the past, don't be mad at me that I just got that. I'm just ignorant. There was no malevolent intent. Whee! Get him. I'm not going to be able to open both of these. Save for some intervention from a secret room. Oh my god. I actually think I just purchased the membrane. Is it just purchase the membrane, ignore both of the keys? That feels horribly wrong. But it also seems like the more secure solution, like the safest solution, I guess. All right, let's go check for the secret room adjacent to the exit. In the same way that I bought the sponge, I think I should justify just buying the membrane. I'm only losing out on blue chests. It's not huge value. Yep. I'm doing it. Gosh, I hope I don't live to regret this. Which is me saying, I hope I live and I don't regret this, not that I hope I don't live. There's one of those that I'm trying to null and void. Alright, let's get the membrane. We've had a really low gold run so far, low casing run so far, rather. We got like 36 on the first floor and then 50-something on this floor. Not that high, unfortunately. Thankfully, it's turned out to be just enough. In both circumstances, I was one more than the thing I wanted to buy. Although now I'm running a severe key deficit, so... For example, if I have a locked shop on this floor, I am actually going to be in dire straits. The band is hiring me, that's right. I'm going to be singing all your classic favorite songs from Dire Straits, including Sultans of Swing. And, shit, can I name another Dire Straits song? Songs of Swing and Money for Nothing. And Brothers in Arms. Shit, I know more Dire Straits songs than I thought. Some fucking old rock for you there. Not super old. They're an NZ band, if I recall correctly? Can't recall for the life of me the origin of these bands. See, I just grew up hearing all of these bands, and I assumed they were international. And then you go and talk to someone about them, and then they're like, I've never heard of that band in my entire life. Are you high? It's like, no, Dire Straits is definitely a band that existed. You don't know about AC/DC? Okay, people outside of Australia do know about AC/DC, but it's another example in the list where I was like, this is definitely something everyone in every country knows. Because I just didn't know that there was kind of like this Australian rock bubble that we were fed through the radios. I think Dire Straits are along with Crowded House in terms of being Australian and NZ bands. Whoa, okay, good roll. Bad position to have put myself in initially, but good roll. I'm trying to always stress that a good roll is not always good if it's a good roll to get you out of a bad situation. Because you still put yourself in a bad situation. Like, you're still fucked up at some point. You can't just claim, oh, but I got a good roll. Because you won't always get that roll. Alright. Shop isn't locked. This is just not the entrance to the shop. I mean, shop could still be locked. Okay, never mind. Let me make that clear. The shop easily could still be locked. Beautiful. But it's not guaranteed to be. I saw the red and I was pretty certain that I had a locked shop. About to be incredibly sad about it. But no longer. I'm gonna walk onto those. Give me the shop so that I can start picking up keys. I'm still getting super low casings. This is really depressing. Wind-up gun? Wind-up gun isn't horrible. I don't think it's something that I would purchase on this floor, but it isn't horrible. I can't say that. Unsteady Hastened. Unsteady Hasted. No, wait. Unsteady. Unsteady is good, right? Hang on. Shrine. I'm pretty certain Unsteady is just faster reload time. Decreases reload time, yeah. So that's a bad effect. Decreasing reload time is apparently a bad effect. Let's have a look at our reload time now. Yeah, it's just good. I think Unsteady used to also be accuracy down, but then they removed that because accuracy down is really fucking bad. And then Hasted is just speed up by like 60%. It's a huge speed up. We're in a really good position off the back of that I Suck a Hedrix. I tried to blank. Oh, I feel bad about that. It was one of those situations where I rolled at exactly the wrong point, because the point that I realized I was going to take damage and tried to blank was one of the frames in the roll where you can't activate blanks or space items. I still hate that that's a thing, by the way. I think you should always be able to activate a blank. But if you play this game for long enough, you'll know that there is a frame, like a frame or two, where you're fighting a boss. Sorry, where you're fighting a boss, where you're in a role that a blank doesn't work. It's a very, very tiny window, but it's enough to throw you off in a bunch of different circumstances. You know what? I will buy the key preemptively here. It's obviously not necessary, but I will do it. Stop blanking my shots, friend! Beautiful. Managed to kill the bell first. That's about as handy as could be. I mean, decreases reload time is bad for some weapons. Like, it's bad for the fight saber, where you want the reload time to be as long as possible so you can get the best benefit out of the fight sabering. It's bad if you have active reload or rad gun, which is another active reload gun. So it's bad in a few circumstances. It's not bad for us currently. It's a huge boon for us, in fact. And I, endlessly talk about how much I love speed up. Saying I want to speed up in every run, like, constantly. So as you can imagine, I'm really in dismay that I have a speed up right now. It's really grating on me. I think if it was an item, I would drop the speed up, definitely. It's my sarcastic voice, how'd you like it? Alright, got him. Friend pal to guy, got you as well. Simple room. Yeah, I can't afford to do that. No, wait, I can. I've got a bunch of keys. Hey! A little bit of money in that chest. Dueling pistol ricochet. I know it's ricochet, I just want to annoy people, evidently. I don't know. I don't know why. Okay. More than glad to have some armor. Not super likely locations for secret rooms, so I'm just gonna blank the exit as I leave. Not getting many specifically uncommon things in this run, but that's fine. I'm talking about, shrines and NPCs and challenge rooms and special shops. But now that I think about it, I've gotten like a special shop on every floor, or most of the floors so far. And I got a shrine that turned out to be incredible. I'm full of shit. I just lied to you. Unintentionally, but I did nonetheless. Alright. Good rolls. Alright, I actually don't like membrane against basic enemies. I guess in large areas of basic enemies, sure. It's been a long time since I've used the membrane outside of a boss fight. I guess this is my reality check of, hey, it's actually not that good outside of boss fights, Ryan. Still fine. This is where it really shines, where the penetrative effect actually kicks in. But if you're doing single target, other weapons in my current inventory are more adept. What the? I was certain that I would have killed that AK-47 guy by now. That's why I rolled upwards. Thankfully didn't end up taking damage, but again, that doesn't mean what I did is correct. Okay. All good so far. There's one green chest there waiting for me when I come back. I think if I just assume one of them is gonna miss, I just fire the full clip at a skeleton and it kills. Or if I assume two of them miss, I guess. Interesting. Damn it, that's exactly what I didn't want, that one becoming cursed. I love it just impotently running against the wall. Didn't have a chance from the outset, friend. The game was rigged against you the whole time. I think I actually go back to Blasphemy at this point. Jeez, don't give me... No! It's exactly what I was going to say, don't give me. And then gave it to me nonetheless, despite the fact that I didn't even finish my sentence. Oh, right, I can't get hit in melee. I don't know why I've been scared of the thwomps. They can't hit me. Duh. Oh. We'll be back. From outer space, I just came in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I know I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key. If I had known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Oh, now go. Walk out the door. Sorry, I said something that reminded me of a lyric from that song. So, of course, that meant I had to sing as much of it as I could remember. I actually remember far more of that song, but it's not in my range, so I'm not gonna do it. Whee! Let's go fight a boss. Come on! Lobulon, just die. Thank you. Nope, 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 nope. We're fine here as well. Another key, that's actually quite handy. So now I only need 1 more key. Because I want to buy a skeleton key. For infinite keys, obviously. Do I pay 3 keys for infinite keys at this point in the game? What's the chance that I actually get a return on my investment there? Really minimal, right? I hate this. Oh look! Rhapsody's fighting the High Priest. Is he gonna tell us how he thinks the High Priest is unfair? Yes! Yes I am! How could you tell? This character fight is unfair. It's not well balanced. What the fuck hit me? No, I'm serious. Actually, what hit me? Thanks, High Priest. Because the effect was like a skull blew up in my face, but I don't think any of the skulls were next to me. The High Priest bullet skulls, I mean. I don't even think they had the travel time to get near me. Weird. Well. I mean, that's handy, thank you. But it does not dissuade me from my rage. Mine is an evil laugh. Come on. Check those secret rooms. In even locations, I know the secret room isn't. Good work, Ryan. Take 1 key, thank you very much. Take Skeleton key and Ballot. So why do I take Ballot? 3 coolness up. And also it's a synergy with Dueling Pistol. So now Dueling Pistol bounces like 6 times instead of its basic amount. Oh, okay. Well... Okay. I'm actually a little disappointed. I thought I was gonna have to rely on the kindness of strangers. No, the the dueling pistol for the win here. But it looks like that's not the case. Oh well. I've got heroin, I'll keep it next to me, and I'll try and use the dueling pistol for fun. So, ballot dueling pistol. Let's see if we can get this popping off. Oh, you're gonna fire that back at me. And it's gonna fire... Sorry, it's gonna bounce 6 times. That's really bad. I have never seen this room before. This room is, in fact, a little too interesting for me. Okay, the ballot synergy, I don't know if it's good enough to justify using the dueling pistol, I mean. The big problem it has is with single target towards an enemy. If it had something like homing or remote bullets, it would get a lot more credit. But right now, it's not performing markedly better than my base weapon would. Maybe due to the amount of times that it can bounce and the speed at which you can make shots. Maybe this is a boss weapon? I doubt it due to the amount of hits that you have to make against any single target to kill them, but it could be. I'll try it for a second against the dragon. If you're wondering why, what am I trying to say here? If you're wondering what mandate I really have to call the gun bad, consider that I've used it for 3 rooms, I guess, and we're almost out of ammunition. Yeah. Okay, just keep myself safe. Beautiful, and I'll be taking that, though it's not necessary. Maybe there is a little auto-aim going on after it bounces off the wall in the same way that SAA auto-aims after it bounces off walls. Because it seems to be hitting targets more often than I would expect, but at the same rate, it does bounce 6 times, so it's got a lot of chances. Oh, secret room. All right, we'll hold here. Okay. I'm fine to have a little bomber. You cannot say that I did not try the synergy out or that I didn't give a fair chance to the gun. I used its entire clip. Short of refilling it now and then using the entire clip again, which I'm not gonna do. I don't know how to demonstrate. No! I knew I rolled too early. I think I forgot to account for the speed my character's moving, because I was expecting to be in transit in that role for a lot longer of a time. But that's okay. Damage, like, overall, speed up is still good. Even if it does change timings, even if all of that kind of shenanigans occur, overall, its impact is, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Its impact is positive. That's not the word I was looking for. I do know the word positive. Its negative impact is mitigated. That's what I was trying to say. But I set my sentence up poorly, and I ended up with a word that just didn't exist that I needed to be using. Dang lexical gaps. Alright. Let's go open this. Actually like that weapon. A lot more than most people do. It's very late to start using the Lament Configurum. I'm also gonna curse the ever-loving shit out of myself at this rate. I should take a moment to think about this. How much curse have I accrued over this run? 2 levels of curse for holding Excalibur. 0 other levels. 1 level of curse for holding Skeleton Key. And somewhere between 0.5 or 2 levels of curse for holding the box. So 1, 2, 3. 3.5 to 4.5. Okay, I can afford to get 1 item at the very least from Lament Configurum, so we'll do that. Rather than just using the heroine and being a little boring about it. I'm gonna try and demonstrate this gun a little bit, because I like it. It's a good feeling weapon. The heroine is also a good feeling weapon, but it's much more common than this one. Radgun's also cool. It's pretty damn cool, in fact. But I do want Commando. No, I don't need another boss-killing weapon. Alright. Clear the rest of the floor. Ooh, this actually might charge my Lament Configurum back up. The deliberate fire rate knockback of this weapon, and also the fact that you can reload in order to swipe at your enemies, is really cool. Really cool. It makes it so satisfying to use. That's what I love about it. Just the feeling of using it. Not many weapons have as good just feel to using them as this one does. Come on. Damn it! I was so close to being able to recharge before I go into the boss fight. Alright. No matter what I get, I'll take it after the boss fight. Start with Beehive. I'm faster, the dragon's bullets are slower. There is no good reason for me to get hit in this fight. Okay. Okay, the bees are reaching the entire way. It's good to check that because I've been screwed on that one recently, where I've just assumed my shots were making it to the boss and they weren't. Thankfully, I had enough bees left to take care of that wave. But I am worried about... Exactly. future versions of the skull attack because I don't have a really good response to them. That was really bad on my part. I shouldn't dodge that far to the left against that attack. Ever. And yet I tried to. For no good reason. Alright. I think Prototype Railgun is still my best here. What? How the fuck did I take damage there? I'm actually really confused. Well, I managed to take damage. That sucks. What the fuck? Anyhow, I use the Lament Configurum there at the end just so I can spawn an item. My reload speed is... yeah, reload speed will not allow me to use the rad gun. I've got to remember that. I'm really embarrassed. So, it seemed mostly when I was rolling to the side. And for some reason, it seemed like at the start of my rolls, there was a frame of vulnerability that I did not think should be there. Because both of those times that I got hit, I was mid-roll already. Or at the very least in the start half of a roll. Do I have anything that's affecting my roll timings? Other than speed up, obviously. Because both of those rolls were ones that I thought I had easily. There were rolls I did in the final section that I was like, okay, this one's a bit risky. But neither of those were included. Okay. Beautiful. What can we get done here? We'll go back to this. Alright. Two things. I am going to get Super Curse if I continue using Lament Configurum. So goodbye Lament Configurum. Buy a level of Curse there. I'm going to drop the Skeleton Key as well, because I already have one key. I'm not likely to get many chests on this floor. And it has a level of Curse on it as well. I'm very close to dropping the Dark Marker as well, but I kind of just want to use it to open as many rooms as possible. Because sometimes... just sometimes, it'll pretty much clear the start wave of a room. Okay. Alright, let's stand off here to the side. One down. Two down. Beautiful. Dark Marker to start the rooms, and I guess Prototype to follow up if the room is still around. was not a good one right there. That work? Yeah, it did. Good. Worried about that attack as well. Start with the Dark Marker, just swap out. Don't do any fancy shit. Don't try and reload and reuse the Dark Marker like I'm currently doing. Ryan, why are you doing this? I just told you. I literally just told you not to. That was the riskiest thing ever. I can't believe you didn't take damage. Don't do that. That's ultimately what I mean to say. Full. Whew. Hey, finally. What? What is happening to my roll frames? I was definitely rolling there. Something's actually going wrong. What do I have? There has to be something that's altering my roll frames. You know what? I think Unsteady might actually... This is gonna need some backup. But I think Unsteady might have a negative. I think its negative is that it decreases the invincibility frames in your rolling. That sounds crazy, but think about it. Unsteady. It sounds like it could easily have an effect like that. But then, furthermore, Unsteady doesn't currently have a negative effect. It's positive. But it is in the negative effect pool of things you can get from that shrine. Why? It used to be coupled with loss of accuracy. I guess they thought that was too crippling. But what they replaced it with, or what I think they might have replaced it with, way worse. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, it's definitely going to go back in the wrong direction. Alright, I should back off now. Can get one more charge out of the Dark Marker. Fine. I'm more than glad to have gotten as much use from it as I did. C'est la vie, friend. Yep, I'm specifically not using the heroine. I'm gonna have to use the heroine with this room. There's some things I'm not gonna risk. I'm not gonna risk spawning a bunch of skeletons in this room. I've seen that happen before. It fucking sucks. Alright, thank you for the hit. I'm glad I've only taken one hit, to be entirely honest. Damn it. I just realized... I only just realized that I'm out of Dark Marker. Even though I said I'm out of Dark Marker, and I at least processed it enough in order to be able to say it, I didn't really realize the gravity and reality of the situation. There's a bunch of these rooms where Dark Marker is going to be real good. I'm not going to have it ready. Like, it would have been so good to have walking into this room. Obviously the previous room as well. Don't get me wrong, I don't think I would have refilled it. I don't know what weapon I would refill given the choice. I hate that certain attacks from those can get wildly out of lockstep with where their original line of sight is from. The majority of time when you're dodging an enemy, you just need to worry about being outside of the area from where their line of sight was when they initially fired the shot. It's not the case with that enemy. Not even slightly. That was a good damage hit to take. Nice work, you piece of sh... Alright. One incorrect passage traversed. I do this so no one else has to. No, don't call me a hero, ma'am. I'm simply doing my job. It's never the center one. It's never the center one. So that's why it's going to be the center one this time. Let's check it. I'm really glad I got the sponge. I've seen so many times in this run where I would have taken damage, and it's mitigated because I had the sponge. Oh shit, it actually was the middle this time. Nice. Predicted it. If you ignore the fact that in pretty much every recent run where I've gotten to bullet hell, I've also predicted it and it was incorrect in those circumstances. If you ignore that fact, I'm practically fucking Nostradamus. Boss time. Let's start off with the... Let's start off with the railgun. Let's start off with the railgun. Let's start off with the railgun to kill the first form of the Lich. Better. Don't summon friends. Don't be nice. Don't be nice. Don't be nice. Don't be nice. I don't like that you're doing this attack, but it's entirely my own inability to deal with this attack that is making me not like it. Beautiful. Membrane second section. Obviously, as always. Membrane plus Glacier? No, I'll just use Membrane. Membrane does enough damage. At this point, we should just be able to pretty much laugh our way to the end of the game. Look at the damage this does. It's actually insane. Enemy bullets slower. We move a lot faster. It's a good pairing that results in me probably not taking damage to this form of the Lich. Which is really good, really handy, considering that form of the Lich almost invariably does the majority of the damage that I take in the Lich fight. In this circumstance, however, nay! We've taken the power back to the people. The people specifically represented by me and only me. No! You sniped me. It was rude as hell. Okay, don't close the gap on me. You tried. You were really trying to close that gap on me. I'm glad that I remembered to roll there, because I was like, there's no way that blank is going to affect him for the whole time. No, I should probably preemptively roll. Really glad that I did. Glacier actually isn't really good for this specific section of the Lich, but I just wanted to use it, to be entirely honest with you. Anyhow, my name, for the moment. Anyhow, for the moment. There we go. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Enter Gungeon Supply Drop. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. That's been a Lich kill with the bullet. Some cool stuff happened in that run. I enjoyed myself. Also tried to eschew using the heroine at all steps instead of just relying on it solo. Although, you know, as soon as the times got tough, we relied on it solo. Because I'm not going to let the run lose just because I want to use other weapons for variety's sake. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, by the way. Playlist in the description down below with all of my content on the game, past, present, and future. If you liked the video, please click like. It does help me get my content out to the people. I'm just going to stammer over every single word. How about instead I shut myself up and say bye?